Good morning. I'm Billy D. It's Monday morning, and it's time for Cascade Hoops Talk. Okay, this morning we're going to talk top 25 NAIA basketball. We're going to talk Abe Lemons Classic, the the Crossroads WAC Challenge up there in Marion at Indiana Wesleyan. A lot of NAIA basketball over the weekend. Why don't we just kick it right off? And we're going to look at the top 25 in order like we always do. And almost every team in the country was in action this weekend. And let's start with Langston University on Friday. They faced Mission at the Abe Lemon Classic. We're going to talk more about that in detail. They beat Mission 74-49. Darius Hughes, he scored 11 points, 3 rebounds. And then Amoro Lotto, he had 14 points, 2 rebounds. And then on Saturday, Langston played the Masters. I'm thinking most people watched that game. Really high-level basketball game. Two great teams. The Masters ranked number 10 in the country, and of course Langston number 1. Langston won that game 71-64. Bryce Monroe, 22 points, 2 rebounds. Jamison Epps, he scored 21 points, 9 rebounds. Hats off to both coaches and both programs, as well as the Abe Lemons Classic. That was a top-notch game. So Langston is going to travel to Paul Quinn November the 9th. Number 3, Indiana Wesleyan. They played both games at home this weekend at that Crossroads WAC Challenge. They played Indiana Tech. Great basketball game. Always a great basketball game when these two teams meet. They beat Indiana Tech 82-78. Cademan Bontrager, 27.7 rebounds in this match. And DeJuan Pruitt, 20 points, 3 rebounds. And then on the first, that was Friday, wasn't it? On Friday, they beat Cornerstone 78-72. Cademan Bontrager, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Luke Brown out of Stetson, a guy Coach Tonigal has high hopes for, great shooter, 25 points, 5 rebounds. So Two tough contests for Indiana Wesleyan, but they come out unscathed at home. Number 4, Freed Hardeman. On Saturday, they took on Fisk at home. They beat them 90-63. Phil Horton had a good night, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Peyton the Law, 15 points, 5 rebounds for the big guy. So Freed Hardeman remains undefeated as well. Oklahoma Wesleyan in that Abe Lemons Classic. Well, first they took on Oklahoma Wesleyan on, I think that was a Wednesday or Thursday game, and they beat in Mid-American Nazarene in Olathe 94-77. In that win, Dylan Phillip 20 points, 4 rebounds, and Derek Talton 20 points, 9 assists. And then they headed over to the Abe Lemons Classic. Of course, they fell to Oklahoma City. A great game by Oklahoma City. Giorgio Gales, 19 points, 3 rebounds. Avery Jackson, boy, what a weekend for that guy. 19 points, 5 rebounds. We talked just for a moment to Abe Lemons, to Mark Barakoff, coach at Oklahoma City. We talked about the victory, but I want to tell everybody, if you want the full interview, it's on YouTube, and you can find it on the X as well. All the interviews I do are on X. So if you just go down there, all in order with the shows. So go over there and you can check out the entire interview with Coach Barakoff.
Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. I got Mark Barakoff. Big win over Oklahoma Wesleyan, Coach. Talk about that win.
You know what? First off, for the classic, for the Abe Lemons, and to be able to have Oklahoma Wesleyan, the fifth-rated team in the country, come here and play, what a win for our program, and it's a win for the Abe Lemons family and all the players that play here. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
For me, it was just a good win for this program and where we've been and where we're trying to get to. And I mean, Oklahoma Wesleyan's a very good basketball team, so we're very excited.
I want to say thank you very much to Coach Barikoff, and he gave me some time. I texted him as soon as the game was over, and boy, he was right back, and I really appreciate that. Oklahoma Wesleyan rebounded on Saturday. They beat Southwestern Christian. Another good game, though, 67-63. Yoshi McKenzie, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 5 steals. And Jaden Wilson, 16 points, 9 rebounds in that game. Let's take a quick look at the Oklahoma Classic. I'm sorry. Abe Lemons Classic at Oklahoma City let's take a look at that. Thursday, so Southwestern Christian beat Mission, 4-point game. Ottawa played Oklahoma City, 5-point game. Southwestern, they defeated OUAZ, 10-point game. The Masters, they beat Missouri Baptist, 12-point game. Langston beat Mission. That was a bit more, 74-49, but Mission stuck with them close. Of course, that game we just talked about, that 6-point game, Oklahoma City and Oklahoma Wesleyan. And then on Saturday, Mission fell to Oklahoma City, 4-point game. Oklahoma Wesleyan beat Southwestern, as we said, by 4. Langston and Masters, we already talked about. And then OUAZ beat Mission Baptist by a bit more. These were all close games. These were all great matches. This was fantastic NAIA basketball. Thank you very much to Coach Barikoff. He really has spearheaded this thing, and to Oklahoma City University for putting it on. Congratulations, and why don't we do it again next year? Okay, let's keep going with number 6, Arizona Christian. They're up in Montana. I ran up and ran into one of the assistant coaches over in Helena. I said hello, and they were out scouting because they're playing more teams up in Montana this week. But they beat Rocky Mountain over in Billings, 90-81. Trent Hudgens, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. And then Anthony Howell, 19 points, 8 rebounds. So they'll be at Carroll College tonight. Georgetown, number 7 in the country. On Friday, they defeated Park 88-78. Andres Burney, 24 points, 7 rebounds. And then Tay Dozier, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Boy, that Tay Dozier he's only a junior too. He's a very, very good basketball player. On Saturday, they played Benedictine. Georgetown was victorious, 77-65. Again, Andreas Burney, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Tay Dozier, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Number 8, Grace, they beat Northwestern Ohio, 94-82. Keep your eye on the Racers. I know I said it many times. Much improved team. In this win, Ian Scott, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists for the double-double. Ian Roush, 18 points, 8 rebounds. And then on Saturday, you all know that Rio Grande went into Winona Lake and beat Grace. That is tough. 69-65. It's hard for anybody to go into Winona Lake and win. Congratulations to Rio Grande. Trey Robertson, he had 20 points, 2 rebounds. Eric Butler, 16 points, 5 rebounds. We've been going back and forth with Coach Arrowhead at Rio Grande, and we're going to get him on early this week. Congratulations to them. Number 9, Montana Tech, took on a couple of Washington schools. They played Walla Walla. They thumped them pretty good. Michael he had 19 points, 10 rebounds. Camden Lawrence, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. And then on Saturday, they played Evergreen out of Olympia. They beat them pretty good, 93-71. It's really hard to go up there. Montana Tech's very good team. Michael 19 points, 5 rebounds, and Camden Lawrence, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. So 2 wins for Montana Tech this weekend. They're going to host Northwest at home this Friday. The Masters, we already mentioned about the Langston game, but on Friday they played Missouri Baptist. They beat them 90-78. Caleb Lowry, great basketball player, 27 points, 7 rebounds, and Kendall Moore, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. So I don't think that loss is going to hurt them bad. It's on the road to the number 1 team in the country, and it was a well-played game. So I think the Masters is still in a good position. They'll take on, they got Loyola University this week. Concordia, the Bulldogs out of Seward, Nebraska, they're number 11. They played Central College. Friday, they beat them 86-69. Noah Shutt, another guy, he could be player of the year this year as well. 16 points, 5 rebounds. Tristan Smith, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And then on Saturday, they played Nebraska Wesleyan. There in Seward. Noah Shutt again, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Tristan Smith, 12 points, 8 rebounds. So Concordia comes out victorious in their opening weekend, and they're going to host Bethel, Kansas on November 9th. Number 12 in the country, LSU Alexandria. They played on Saturday. They played Loyola. They beat them 89-77. Jake Manabney, he had 15 points, 4 rebounds, and then your typical suspect there, Cashing Nat. He's always on that top of that stat line. 16 points, 10 rebounds, double. So LSU Alexandria, they're going to play an exhibition with La Tech tonight. Number 14 Central Baptist on Friday. They took on John Brown. They beat them 81-71. Central Baptist is on a roll again. Sage Bourbon, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And Kieran Collins, he had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. They're going to play Florida College on Friday at John Brown. Northwestern University out of the GPAC, Northwestern College out of the GPAC. They played Tabor. Oh, boy, they just beat them bad. It's 117-55. Jalen Langsy, he had 30 points, 4 rebounds. Jesse Van Kalsbeek, 18 points, 7 rebounds in the win. Another Van Kalsbeek, a freshman. Boy, that's all you need there in the GPAC is another Van Kalsbeek. But he really had a great debut. Number 16, Oregon Tech on Friday. In Montana, they took on Providence. They beat them 90-77. Jackson Cooper had a great night, 26 points, 9 rebounds. Eric Frazier, 19 points, 4 rebounds. Continuing in Montana on Saturday, Oregon Tech played Carroll in Helena, Montana. They fell close game, good game, 83-78. Isaiah Crane, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. He was, he was so good toward the end. He really scored a lot of key points at the end of the game. Big Derek Kramer, he had 16 points, 11 rebounds, double. He was really tough in the paint. You know, during this little tournament that they held there in Helena, there's always teams that aren't consistently in the top 25. You don't really get to talk to. Bushnell defeated Providence on Saturday night, and Cory Johnson. I talked to a couple of them, but Cory Johnson is one I talked to after Bushnell beat Providence. Really a great guy. Just wanted to let you listen to this interview. Right, I mean, I got him literally right after the game.
Hey, Billy D, I got Cory Johnson here. Bushnell Beacons, big win. Talk about how big this win is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge win. Like, it's one of our first wins together as a team. We got a whole new team. Yeah, we're still trying to find it as a team. We got a bunch of new pieces. Our whole starting five is gone. So to be able to come out here and beat a good team was really big for us.
It's not uncommon to come to Montana and lose too. So to get the split in Montana is actually a big deal.
Yeah, it is, especially for the Cascade Frontier Conference.
Yeah.
It's a big win for us.
You know, talk about your teammates, especially Squeaky, how he was able to break the defense down. And so many times he would go to the middle and they would go out because he thought they were going to dump to you guys, right?
Yeah.
And he really made a difference, and his shooting was fantastic tonight.
He's really good for us. He's super shifty off the bounce. He can get to his spots whenever he wants. And then when he gets to the lane a couple times, people try and sag off, and then he shoots it because he can shoot the ball really well.
Cory, I've seen you play many times. I thought in the second half tonight, you brought an energy, honestly, a big energy, better, I mean, more than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You looked extra hungry in that second half.
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I was. I've been struggling like the last game, so I knew I needed to come out and find my rhythm a little bit. I need to get back onto how I left last season.
You guys in the last 13 minutes, you beat them, you got every 50-50 ball, it seemed like. What did you guys talk about at halftime? Because you guys were really struggling at the half.
Right. We were just more focused on our defense. We just got to lock in. We know their scout. We went over it this morning. We know where to be. We just need to be more in the gaps and just be more aware of the drives and kicks and all that. So I thought we were a lot more aware and we knew what we were doing.
You know, last question, what did it feel like in that locker room? You guys struggled last night. It had to be a real disappointing loss. You're able to get this win in Helena, Montana.
Yeah.
You know, what was the mood like in that locker room? This first win you guys got as a group.
Yeah, it was good. You know, Coach Eddie tried to play it a little serious and calm, and then he got a little excited. Someone threw a little water on him. So
all right, good job.
Yeah, it was good.
Congratulations on the win.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to blast you at the start of that video. I had that, wow, I'm sorry, the volume was up. Anyway, I want to thank Coach Alexander, Bushnell, the Beacons, for access to those guys right after the game, right after they did their little talk, the locker room. He pushed those guys out, still in their uniforms. It was really fun to get them. They were really happy. That was a big win for them. And Cory Johnson, thank you very much. Okay, let's keep going with the top 25. So number 17, Ave Maria. They played Point on Friday. They beat them 105-74. Michael Kleckis, 18 points, 16 rebounds. That is a big boy double-double. I mean, congratulations to him on that game. Jonathan Efforts, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 4 steals. So Ave Maria on Saturday, they took on Thomas. They beat them 89-75. Michael Kleckis again, 22 points, 11 rebounds. Boy, I know it's 2 games, but that's an amazing 2 nights. Jack Watkins, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. So Ave Maria now, after getting through their opening weekend, they'll play Our Lady of the Lake on Friday. Number 18, the Cumberlands, the University of the Cumberlands, 107-78. They beat Stillman on Friday. They had Anthony Johnson, 32 points, 4 assists. DJ Jones, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. A great game for both of those guys. On Saturday, the University of the Cumberlands, they beat Tennessee Southern, a good program, a good team, 91-83 at Tennessee Southern. And once again, Anthony Johnson, 26 points, 3 rebounds. DJ Jones, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Good weekend for both of those guys. Number 19 in your top 25, the Huntington Foresters. They took on IU Columbus on Friday. They beat them 91-67. Drew Goodline, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Landon Jordan, 19 points, 8 rebounds. I'm sorry, on Saturday, they took on Milligan. They beat them 56-50 in a real tough defensive battle. The Milligan Buffaloes, another team that is greatly improved from last year. Keep your eye on them. That 6-point loss in Indiana after they had to travel all the way up there. I don't think that rules them out. They are a very, very good program this season. Keep an eye on them. But good for Huntington getting through the weekend. And now they'll play Lawrence Tech next. And that next game is on Wednesday night. Okay, so number 21, Madonna. They beat Goshen Friday, 97-75. Brendan Young, 15 points, 5 rebounds. And Isaac Anderson, 14 points, 5 rebounds. And then they played St. Francis on Saturday. They fell to them in a tough overtime contest, 75-72. Brandon Northern for St. Francis. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Luke Almodovar, boy, if I say, somebody help me with that name, 17 points, 3 rebounds. So Madonna falls in that game. Now, listen to this. They host Grace on Friday. Now, these are two super competitive coaches, super competitive guys, and they both are coming off tough losses. Boy, I'd pay to watch that game, I'll tell you that. That's going to be on Friday, Grace and Madonna. Florida Memorial on Friday. They beat Florida College, and they just beat them. That was a bad loss for Florida College. They're going to have to right the ship here pretty quick. Jesse Repay just getting going there. Thought he had it going the other night. This was a tough visit to Florida Memorial, but he'll right the ship. But for big win for Florida Memorial. Calvin Payton, 22 points, 4 rebounds. Taryn Hamilton, 18 points, 11 rebounds. They're next in action. They're going to host Baker on Saturday. Kansas Wesleyan, they beat Northern New Mexico on Friday at 86-63. Alex Littlejohn, 16 points, 11 rebounds. And Easton Hunter, he had 14 points, 2 rebounds. Sorry, it's hard for me to see there for a second. And then on Saturday, Alex Littlejohn had 14 points, 13 rebounds as Kansas Wesleyan beat Wayland Baptist. This is a big win for them. Isaiah Hale, he had 23 points along with 1 rebound. And next up for them is going to be Manhattan Christian on Tuesday. Good weekend for Kansas Wesleyan. And LC State, they beat Haskell Indian Reservation. Alton Hamilton, he had 17 points, 12 rebounds. Good double-double for the young guy. Well, he's a sophomore now, so I don't know if we can call him that anymore. McCarthy Morris, he had 16 points, 2 rebounds. He's new to LC State. And good start for them. LC State is now, they're heading over to College of Idaho, and they're going to play in the Taco Bell shootout there in Caldwell. They're going to play Dickinson State. That's the action we have for you. We'll be on probably day after tomorrow. We'll probably skip tomorrow. Not a lot of games. We'll give you an update on Wednesday morning. Depends. Well, we're working on getting Coach Arrowwood, and we might just put him out, just that interview by itself. Anyway, still pulling it together. It'll be either Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. In the meantime, go out, make your plans, get out and support your local NAIA school, buy a seat, buy a season ticket, maybe even give to the program, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.